Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear learners, today I'll discuss transformation of sentences. You know, this is very much vital in English language, and this is all over the world. This item is exercised, and this is also included in our syllabus from 6 to graduation classes in our country. Even in master's classes also this item is found. So and the importance of transformation of sentences is beyond measure, I think, as grammar is the study of sentences. Different types of sentences will ornament ornament every language. So every learner has to know the transformations of sentences, because same types of sentences will make the readers or listeners very much fed up or disturbed. As a result, we should give some variety for removing the monotony of listening or reading. Okay, transformation of sentences. In our syllabus, transformation of sentences is found. But before that, we should know there are two ways of changing sentences. One, conversion of sentence. Another is transformation of sentence. But now we will have to understand the differences between transformation of sentences and conversion of sentences. Conversion of sentences. We will have to know about this. Many of you know this, and many may not know this. For making the clearance about this, I would like to give you some ideas about this. Conversion of sentence and transformation of sentence. For making you understand, I would like to give you firstly an example. Suppose he is a good man. He's a good man. If we are directed to make it negative, we can make it negative in two ways, such as he is not a good man. Another one, he is not a bad man. Dear listeners, you see, both the sentences, upper one and lower one, both have been changed from one form to another. Both of them are negative, but one is conversion of sentence, another is transformation of sentence. You'll have to remember or bear this in your mind that in the case of transformation of sentences, we are to change only the form. We have to change the form of the sentence, but not the meaning. That means, in the case of transformation of sentences, the meaning remains unchanged. That means you will have to make one change, only formation change or form change of the sentence, not the change of the meaning. But in the case of conversion of sentence, you will have to make two changes. That means the formation or form of the sentence will be changed, and side by side with this, the meaning also will be changed. Here you see the given sentence, he is a good man. Yes, affirmative sentence. We will have to make negative. I have made negatives in two ways. Number one, he is not a good man. He is not a good man. But the given sentence is, he is a good man. But here, he is not a good man. That means he is a bad man. If we analyze this sentence, we will get the opposite meaning. absolutely opposite meaning of the given sentence. Yes, I agree that it is a negative sentence, but here I see and we see that it is completely opposite meaning it is giving to us. He is a good man, but here he is not a good man. If somebody is not good, the alternative is he is bad. So the meaning here sensed, meaning with the change of the form of the sentence, the meaning also has been sensed. You follow the lower one, he is not a bad man. He is not a bad man. Bad is an antonym. Bad is an antonym of good. So he is not a bad man. That means he is a good man. If he is not a bad man, that means he is a good man. So it is negative in form, but it meaning it is affirmative. That means it will give the same meaning of the given sentence. So this is transformational. Number two is transformation of sentence, and number one is conversion of sentence. Again, I would like to remind you of the differences between them. That in the case of conversion of sentence, you will have to make two changes: form change of the sentence and also the meaning change of the sentence. But in the case of transformation of the sentence, we will have to make only form change. That means the sentence will turn to another form, but the meaning will remain unsensed. I think you are clear about this. Thank you very much. Now I'll start today's main topic, affirmative to negative. Hello, listeners. Hello, my dear learners of English language. You know very well about sentences. Sentences are very much important in every language, and it is not exception in English. And in my previous videos, I have already discussed different types of sentences. In one video, I have discussed sentences and their classifications on the basis of meaning. Suppose assertive, interrogative, optative, imperative, and exclamatory. And in another video, I have discussed the sentences classed into three categories on the basis of structure, such as simple, complex, and compound. So they are differently classified into different categories. And please watch those videos to be clear about the sentences. Okay, today, as it is transformation of sentences, firstly, I'll discuss the rules of transforming sentences from affirmative to negative. Affirmative to negative. The affirmative to negative. And you know, in the item of transformation of sentences, we find interchanges of assertive, interrogative, optative, imperative, exclamatory, interchanges of simple, complex, compound, interchanges of positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree, and interchanges of active, passive, and also direct and indirect narration. And so we'll have this item is very much important. You will have to be very much careful and aware of the rules of transforming sentences from one form to another. Today, I'm going to discuss the rules of affirmative to negative. Number one, if we find in the given sentence only, I'll try to make the rules very easy, very short, or I'll try to each the explanations of the rules. Suppose only number one, number one rule of transfer. We'll have to follow three things. If the word only is found immediately before any human beings, suppose human beings, we'll have to use none but. None but. If immediately after the word only, if we find any number, we'll have to use not more than, or not less than. And in the case of objects, if we find any object or inanimate thing immediately after the word only objects, we have to use nothing but. Dear learners, you'll have to remember them. You have to bear them in your mind. As you would know, if there are rules, that means law. We cannot change laws or rules whenever we want. The grammarians, for many years and many centuries, the grammarians have said these rules of changing or transforming sentences. So we'll have to very much carefully bear them in our mind or remember them. As we cannot make them, only we can memorize them. If we memorize them and if we bear them in our mind, it would be easier for us to transform the sentences. Here you will have to follow. If you find any human beings after only, suppose only Korim can help me. Here Korim is human being. So in that case, in the place of only, we'll have to use none but. Only Allah can help us. In the place of only, we'll have to use none but. Only Allah can help us. None but Allah can help us. And in the case of number, he is 25 years, only 25 years. He is only 25 years. 25 is a number, you know. Only, after only, we find the word 25. It's a number, so we'll have to use not more than or not less than in the case of only. And the baby likes only toys. Only toys. You know, toys are dolls or another type of things which the babies play with. So in that case, nothing but. Let me give you some written examples. Please follow. Affirmative. Only Allah can save us from COVID-19. COVID-19, coronavirus disease 19, you know. COVID, coronavirus disease, coronavirus disease. You'll have to know COVID indicates three words. Coronavirus disease, or two words. Coronavirus, if we think coronavirus is one word, disease is another word. So coronavirus disease, D here is the shortened form of disease. So coronavirus disease 19. So only Allah can save us from COVID-19. So here only, you see, dear learners, only. We'll have to use here none but. Exactly here. We'll have to follow where in the given sentence the word only is set or it has been used. And we'll have to use the new words, replacing words in the same place of only. In the same place of only. Here, only you can see at the beginning of this sentence. So we will have to use none but in the place of only. We'll have to know the placing of those words. I want to negative. Here only, in the place of only, we'll have to use none but. None but Allah can save us from COVID-19. Here you see, I have used the word none but in the place of only. You see, in the given sentence, only Allah can save us from COVID-19. Here, only is at the beginning of the given sentence. So, at the same place of only, I have used none but. So, you'll have to follow this. If only was at the end of the sentence, none but or nothing but could be set at that place. So, you'll have to remember this one. And next, Prince is, suppose, affirmative. Prince is the name of a boy, sweet boy. Prince is only 9 years old. Here, only here we'll have to use, actually my mind is running more quickly than my hand. Prince is only 9 years old. Only here, dear learners, you see only is in the middle of the sentence. So only we know if we find any number, numeral adjective after the word only, we will have to use not more than or not less than. So let us solve this. In answer sentence, you'll have to follow where you will use not more than or not less than. It is up to you. Either you will use not more than or not less than. Any of them can be used here. So Prince is here only. In the place of only, we'll have to use not more than, or not less than 9 years old. You see, old. So the given sentence is Prince is only 9 years old, and in the answer sentence we see Prince is not more than or not less than 9 years old. So it is very easy, but the thing you will have to do that you will have to memorize the rule that if any number is found after only, you will have to use not more than or not less than. And next, inanimate things. If we find after the word only an inanimate thing or object that is not human beings or number, we'll have to use nothing but. Suppose the baby likes only toys. Only toys. Toys. The little boys, little girls, little boy, babies are playing sports elements in the shop. They buy and they play with them. So the baby likes only toys. The baby likes only toys. So here, after the word only, we see toys. Toys are not human beings. Toys are not numbers. So here, according to the rule, we'll have to use nothing but. Okay, let us solve the problem. Let us make it negative. The the baby likes nothing. In the place of only, nothing but toys. So the baby likes only toys. The answer sentence will be the baby likes nothing but toys. I think the learners, if this rule is very much clear to you. And number two, rule number two, alone. In the case of alone, we will have to use a non-but. Usually, we use also non-but. But its placing is, in some cases, different. Suppose we used the a few minutes before. In the place of only, we used the new words. Either the only is at the beginning or at the end or in the middle, wherever it may be. We had to replace only by the new words where the word only is. But here, alone, in the case of alone, you'll have to follow very minutely where alone is and where non-but should be used. Suppose the girl was alone alive in the house. Here you see, dear learners, alone is in the middle of the given sentence. The girl was alone alive in the house. But we know that in the place of alone, if you want to make it negative, we'll have to use none but. But we cannot use none but in the place of alone exactly where the word is in the given sentence. Rather, we'll have to begin the answer sentence with none but. Here, please follow. None but the girl was alive in the house. I think this is very much clear to you. The given sentence is the girl was alone alive in the house, but alone, in the place of in exchange for alone, we will have to we have to use a non-but. But where should we use non-but in the answer sentence? We will have to remember very much carefully that alone may be at any place of the given sentence, but you will have to use none but at the beginning of the answer sentence. You see here, the girl was alone alive in the house, but in answer sentence I have written none but at the beginning of the answer sentence. So none but the girl was alive in the house. You will have to remember very carefully this rule so that you may not make mistake in answering such type of questions. And then the number 3. Number 3, must. You know very well must. If if must is found in the given sentence, in place of must, we'll have to use number 1, cannot but, plus B1 plus extension. And there is another alternative, cannot help. In the place of but we may use help, cannot help plus B1 plus ing plus extension. Dear learners, you'll have to follow one thing. If we find must in the given sentence, in the place of must, we will have to use cannot but or cannot help. But the problem is, in the case of cannot but, we can use the base form of the verb, then extension. But in the case of help, if we use help in the place of but, there is new problem that we will have to add ing to the verb. Let me clarify the rule by giving you an example. Suppose, affirmative, I must go there. Very easy example. I must go there. I must go there. I'll have to make this negative. Here, must in the place of must. In answer sentence, I'll write whatever I want from those two rules. I cannot but. As I have used but, I'll use on simply the base form of the verb. I cannot but go there. I cannot but go there. Or in an alternative way, we can make this negative. Suppose I cannot help. As I am going to use help, I'll have to add ing to the main verb. In that case, it would be going. Help going there. So you'll have to follow, dear learners. You'll have to follow the difference between cannot but and cannot help very carefully. In the case of cannot but, you will have to use only the base form or present form of the verb, main verb. But in the case of cannot help, in the case of help, you'll have to use ing. You'll have to add ing form, ing to the verb. Suppose here, going. In the upper sentence, go, but in the lower sentence, going. So you'll have to use it. And another thing I would like to remind you, cannot but, cannot. This is separate discussion, yet I would like to make you aware of the using and writing and pronouncing this word. Actually, can not. We should never write can and not separately. It is wrong. It is wrong. Please always write cannot, not cannot. Here, lower one is right. Cannot, not cannot. This is wrong. This is right. So you should never separate not from can. So this will be uttered as cannot, not cannot, 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 not cannot. If you shorten this, it would become can't. That is contracted form, that is different case. But if you use full form of not and can, you'll have to use cannot. You cannot separate not from can, so cannot. Number 4, every, every. In the case of every, suppose every mother loves her child, every man wishes to be happy. In such type of matter, in such type of case, we'll have to use in answer sentence there is no, there is no dot dot dot. And let me give you example. Suppose every mother, mother is the best person in the world to everyone. Every mother loves her child, every mother. But what should we use to make this negative? In the case of every, we'll use there is. Negative, in the negative sentence, there is no, and what should I use next to no? The word after every I'll use here, every mother. So here there is no mother here, mother. You'll have to follow the placing of the word. There is no mother. Here you'll have to use but loves her child. Every mother loves her child. In the answer sentence, you'll have to use there is no mother but loves her child. But here is a problem. The question may arise. Why do we use but? Here, why do we use but? What type of part of speech is here but? Here, but is relative pronoun. Here, but is relative pronoun. Please remember this in your mind, relative pronoun. And its explanation is here, but means who does not. So if we analyze but we'll find who does not. So we can go to the previous sentence again. There is no mother. Here in place of but we can use this who. There is no mother who does not love her child. Here you can transform the affirmative sentence into negative in this way, alternative way. So I have already explained what actually but is. But is here relative pronoun, and if we analyze but, we will find who does not. So in this case, you will have to remember the analysis of but. But is a relative pronoun here, not coordinating conjunction. You'll have to remember this. And 5, rule 5, as soon as. This is very known. In the case, if we find as soon as, we'll have to use no sooner. No sooner had then. This is very much known rule to us. Let me give you the example. Suppose as soon as he saw me, comma, he ran away. Dear learners, you see here, as soon as, here the matter of tense, he saw, past indefinite, he ran, past indefinite. Here, in both the clauses, we see the same tenses. That means past indefinite. But when we will make this negative, we will have to change this. We will have to change partially the tense of the sentence. Suppose we know after have, has, had, we are to use the past participle of the main verb. So let us make that negative no sooner. In the place of as soon as, we will have to use no sooner. No sooner had he. In the given sentence, it was saw. But here, saw, as it is had, after have, has, had, or having, we are to use past participle of the main verb. So see, saw, seen, we have to use as seen. No sooner had he seen me, the comma will be abolished, and in the place of comma, we'll have to then we'll have to use then. No sooner had he seen me than he, there is no sense in the last part, then he ran away. So the last portion of the given sentence will remain unchanged. So the change will be only at the beginning of the given sentence. No sooner had he seen me than he ran away. And in this way, such type of sentences should be transformed into negative. And the next one, 6, double change. 6, double change. But how? Double change. And when we do not find the exact expressions to transform the affirmative sentence into negative, in that case, double change may come. Suppose by supplying some antonyms, suppose the man is good. The man is good. Here we'll have to change doubly. How? Well, firstly we'll have to supply with negative word and also antonym. Here a negative sentence is the man is not. Here one sense, not. Here you see not is one sense, is not. Here good, that means bad. So two changes here we see. The man is not bad. I have supplied an antonym. Bad is the antonym of good. This is another sense. And not is one sense, bad is another sense. So here are two double changes. So in the same case, in the same way, we will have to follow this rule that double change means, suppose The man is always the man is punctual. That means the man is not late. The man is punctual. Punctual. The man is not late. He is. The man is rich. The man is not poor. The man is tall. The man is not short. So, in this case, we'll change double things. Not you'll have to use and the antonym of the given adjective or maybe noun. Seven. Always. You find always will use never in the case of if in the given sentence we find always we will use never. Let me give you an example. I shall always remember you. Actually, here we also find the double change. I shall always remember you. That means we'll have to make double change here. Also, I shall never remember the forget you. I shall always remember you. Negative, I shall never forget you. Next one. You may also say, I always love her. I never hate her. We can give another, and there are many examples we can make or give. And eight. Yeah, this rule is a little bit long. This is the matter of degrees. We know there is interchange of degrees. Degrees are of three types. Positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. If you want to be perfect in making negatives, you will have to know the rules of degrees very well. But now I'll discuss degrees as much as we need to solve this problem here. Before that, I'd like to give you some ideas about positive, comparative, superlative. Positive as a comparative, superlative. But we are discussing actually affirmative to negative. But why do we use here degrees? There are three types of degrees. They are necessary for making affirmative and negative. As there are three degrees: positive, comparative, and superlative degrees. Positive degree has enmity with both comparative degree and superlative degree. If the superlative degree is in affirmative, that would be negative in the case of positive. And if the comparative degree is affirmative, it would be negative in the case of positive degree. And in the same way, if we want to transform positive degree into positive, we will have to, if it is affirmative, that will be negative. If we want to change positive degree into comparative, we will have to change this into negative. Let me show you some examples. Suppose Jerry is the best, there is the best boy in the class. There is the best boy in the class. If we want to make this negative, we will have to transform this into positive degree. Jerry is the best boy in the class. That means this is superlative degree. Superlative degree, we will have to use positive degree if we want to make this negative. As positive and superlative degree are opposite to each other. Negative. No other boy in the class, no other boy in the class is, as it is positive, we know good, better, best. Best is in the superlative degree, but in positive we will have to use the positive form of the adjective. So good, better, best. So as this is a positive degree, we will have to use positive form. No other boy in the class is as good as Jerry. Dear listener, dear learners, you see, Jerry is the best boy in the class. In the answer sentence, I have used no other boy in the class is as good as Jerry. That means he is unique. Jerry is unique in the class. And if we find any, in the same rule, if we find any comparative degree, suppose Jerry is, affirmative sentence, Jerry is better. For your easy understanding, I am using the same example. Jerry is better than. Jerry is better than any other boy in the class. Jerry is better than any other boy in the class. We'll have to use the same degree. No other boy, same thing we'll have to write here to answer the question. No other boy in the class is as good as Jerry. No other boy in the class is as good as, no other boy in the class is as good as Jerry. So we will have to remember this thing, that if you find, or if we find any superlative degree in this type of question, we'll have to make that positive in for making that negative positive degree. And if we also find comparative degree, we'll have to make that positive degree for forming this into transforming this into negative. And this type of thing we'll have to remember for making negatives. And in the case of question number rule number 9, actually 9, in the given sentence, if we find as, we will not less dot dot than. This is very easy rule for making negative. In the given sentence, we see as dot dot as. We'll use not less in the place of first as and then in the place of second as. That is all, and other rest of the words will remain same. Suppose affirmative. Karim is as tall as his father. The rule is very easy. Here, you see as. Karim is as tall as his father. As. In the case of as, first as we will use not less. Karim is, in the place of as, we will have to use not less. Karim is not less tall, the same form, less tall in the place of second as than his father. So this is very much easy rule. Karim is as tall as his father. In the negative sentence, you will have to use Karim is not less tall than his father. Very easy. In the place of first as, we'll have to use not less, and in the second as, we'll have to use than, and the rest of the words will remain same, unsensed. And next rule, 10, if we find in the given sentence not less, dot dot than. This is also very easy rule for making negative. Suppose in the as dot dot as, that means in the place of not less, we'll have to use as, and not less. Sorry, the rule will be not. If we use not, that will be negative itself. So not less, only less. Only less. Here, not as. Sorry, not as. Less than. If we find in the given sentence less dot dot than, we'll use not as in the place of less and as in the place of than. So affirmative. He is less tall than he is less tall than his father. So let us make it negative. In the place of less, we'll use not as. In the place of than, we'll use as. So he is not as tall. Here in the place place of than as his father. He is less tall than his father. In the place of less, I have used not as. He is not as tall in the place of than as his father. So this is also another easy rule. Dear learners, you must remember and bear this rule in your mind so that you may not make any mistake. And next one, rule 11. 2. It is very 2 dot 2. It is very known thing. In the place of 2, we'll have to use so. In the place of 2, we'll have to use that. That. Let us try to make some examples. Suppose he is too weak to walk. Actually, this is like a proverb, like the patient had died before the doctor came. This sentence is also like proverbial like that. He is too weak to walk. And then let us use so. He is in the place of 2, we'll use he is so weak. He is so weak that. Here the question arises. Next, what we should use? If the sentence, as it is here, is, you will have to follow is, you will have to hear he cannot. He cannot. If as it is in the present indefinite tense, you will have to use cannot. He cannot. If it was in the past indefinite tense, you should use could not. So he is so weak that he cannot walk. He cannot walk. If it was, we could use he could not walk. So this is the difference. Dear learners, perhaps you are clear about this one. This rule is very known to you. And next one, let me switch to another rule. 12. 12. This is a matter of and both and or both and. Suppose in that case we will have to use not only, but also. Let us try to make some examples. Suppose he is tall and nice. An easy example I would like to give you. He is tall and nice. Here you will have to not only here in the place of not only tall and in the place of nice. Before that you will have to use but also. Here a negative sentence, that means answer sentence. He is not only tall, but also nice. He is not only tall but also nice. This is negative sentence of that given sentence, given affirmative. And another example I'll give you. I love both you and your dog. Here you see, I love both you and your dog. That means it is like Laili Majnu. Majnu loved Laili and also loved the dog of Laili. So in the same way, I love both you and your dog. So here we'll have to make the negative sentence uh, with the help of not only but also here. I love not only you, not only you, but also your dog. I love not only you, but also your dog. That means I love both you and your dog. In this way, you'll have to make a negative. And next rule, let me go to or move to next rule. Rule number 13. We are going to end today's session for the last time. For the last time. Actually, this is a little bit exceptional rule. In this case, we'll have to use never, and also again. Suppose I went there for the last time. So I went there for the last time. The answer would be I never went there again. Because that was last time for me to go there. I went there for the last time. I never went there again. Another example I would like to give you, as this is an exceptional rule. Suppose I warn you, for the last time. I warn you for the last time because, and this is the last. In future I'll not warn you again. So we can make this negative. I shall never warn you again. I shall never warn you again. Okay, I think, dear learners, this rule is very much clear to you. And let me move to the next rule, and that is 14. Have to or has to. In this case, you will have to use cannot but or cannot help. You're already known to this rule, so I'll not discuss for a long time about this. I'll give you only the example. He has to do this. That means he cannot, but, he cannot but do this. You'll have to follow this rule very carefully. It is like must. In the case of must, we have used the same rule, and you'll have to. So I think it is easy for you to use the same rule. And 15 had to. This is also like that. Here not cannot but only could not but. Could not but, or could not help. The same case. Example, I had to do this. That could not, I could not but do this. I could not but do this. Dear learners, this is the last rule of our session, today's session 16, that is sentences having universal meaning. Sentences having universal meaning. Sentences having universal meaning. Actually, in some cases, we find some sentences which we cannot change or we cannot make negative in as usual system or way or method. We have to follow an exceptional rule. Suppose the sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. What will you do in this case? The sun rises in the east. Here the sun rises in the east. This is universal. This sentence has universal meaning. The sun rises in the east. Every day we see this happening every day. So this is universal truth and universal in meaning, this sentence. But how can we make this sentence negative? In two ways. Generally, we use negative interrogative for making this negative. Suppose doesn't the sun rise in the east? This is as usual rule in our country, which is followed by the general teachers and students. Already this is done, and this is correct also. The sun rises in the east. Doesn't the sun rise in the east? Making making negative interrogative, but actually we are making negative, not interrogative. So this is, I would like to say, a faulty rule in one sense. In one sense, this faulty rule where we have been making only negative sentences, not negative interrogative, but we here only in this case the sentences having universal meaning. Universal meaning we use this, but there is alternative. But what is that? Let us try to do that. That is alternative. Alternative rule. Please follow this. It is not that. That means you'll have to borrow this portion from outside. You'll have to borrow this portion from outside. It is not that. Actually, this is borrowed from outside. This is not that. Now I will try to send this given sentence. It is not that the sun does not rise in the east. Actually, here you see that, dear learners, you see here I haven't made any interrogative sentence. This is negative. Negative is negative. It is not that the sun does not rise in the east. You will have to follow this. This is very standard rule, but in our country, mostly we use, the teachers usually use negative interrogative, but my question is we are not making any interrogative, but we are making negative. So this rule is better and should be used by and followed by everyone here. So it is not that. I can give you last one. Health is wealth. Suppose health is wealth. Health is wealth. We know, everybody knows. Health is wealth. How will you make this negative? Isn't health wealth? Isn't health wealth? Again, negative interrogative. But I would like to follow that rule. That is, it is not that. I have borrowed this from outside. It is not that. It is not that. Health. It is not that. It is not that. Health is not wealth. It is not that. Health is not wealth. The spelling would be wealth. The health is wealth. It is not that health is not wealth. Okay, dear listeners, so long you have been with me, and this is today's session was very much important. Every session, every item is very important, and today's session is not exception. And dear learners, I would like to request you finally, if you like my videos and to inspire me or to propel me to forward, you will subscribe my please subscribe my channel, YouTube channel, Learn English with Ujjwal, and like, comment, share, and click the bell icon so that my prepared and created videos can automatically go to you to tickle you to learn knowledge on English. and I think you will help me in this case. Please subscribe. Don't miss and forget to subscribe this, as this is very toilsome and laborious thing to make such type of video for you. So do not forget to do your duty, and you'll also enjoy and watch my other videos, and please stay home, and stay home, save, and stay safe. Save yourself and save others, as the whole world is infected with the coronavirus. So that means the whole world is suffering from COVID-19, and this is very exceptional in the world. The world has never seen such type of dangerous invisible enemy, and the people of the around the world are fighting against the invisible enemies, but the people are being defeated now. Only Allah can help us, and seeking the help of Allah. Today I want to finish my video today. Remain hale and hearty. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.